Hello, this is your Sensei Al Bob, coming from the big eyeball, pointed head world of these, whatever they call these states. But I put up a few interesting little political videos, but I want to tell you that they're not political, in that I'm not political, because I don't believe in politics. I don't really believe in anything except love's co-creation, right? So there we are. We are looking at what's put in front of us on the big flat screen, and it's all propaganda. You have to realize that whenever you see anything, it's coming from three directions. First, what seems to be what's happening, right? The pinhead Donnie, the chimp, the red-headed chimp, is being, thrown out. But no, he's just a distraction, And people like War On, and that's what she is. She's all about warring on, She's not really representing anything except the corporate structure, because when that, drunk, high school boy, that frat boy who became Supreme Court judge, when they were going on and on, when the big distraction was about him, she was putting forth a bill that basically turned our whole economy black. Meaning, why is the dollar the reserve currency? Because the dollar was a fluid currency. Why was the English pound for almost 200 years the reserve currency, right? Because it was fluid. And in the 50s, when they went into the Suez and came out and had a debacle, their fluidity kind of cracked, and they had to shore up certain oil investments, and so they were not as fluid. They were not as transparent. They were not as any of the things you need to be a currency, right? So American dollar became the reserve currency, right? And now, Madam War On, she basically, passed a bill that turned our economy black. Can't see what it's doing, right? So China, Russia, Turkey, Brazil, Japan are all coming together to make the new reserve currency, whatever they call it. And it'll probably be an electronic currency, and that will make it even more fluid, but even more black. And why is all this going on? It's because the world is changing in ways that we don't even know, and that's why I put up those few political cartoons, because that's all we're getting is a cartoon show here, And you guys have to step up and not go out on the street or do a, Tiananmen Square or anything like that. No. I mean, all those things are scripted. Ooh, look at that. Are scripted, right? And what you need to do is have your own reality of love's co-creation. Violence is an illusion, and all it's going to do is hurt you, Any bad thoughts. There's this great little truth something videos, truth media videos, media truth videos, and they did a very interesting. If you go on my playlist at Dreamy Dreamland, you'll see this sweet couple that do these great videos. Along with there's another great video maven. Her name is Gracefulness, right? She does a great job. So does dark journalism. Those three, right there, right, and also Mr. In Australia, Mr. Black Crowhouse, or Crowhouse, Max Igon. He is telling you the straight up story about Australia. I lived there 3 years. It's a fascist state, and all of the chemtrails that have been spraying. They got the aluminum, they got the barium, they got basically it is an explosive, right? And so for years they've been spraying over Australia. It's going down, the leaves fall off the trees, it's mixing with this highly volatile material. Then with the chemtrails controlling their weather, they dry it out, they set it on fire, bingo bango, you have this burning. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to push all of the populations into big, controlled mega cities, right? And in Australia, the area that's being burnt is going to be turned into these super duper, internet cities, where everything is controlled by the internet. And there's a Eastern European country, Ukraine. No, not Ukraine. It starts with an E. But their whole everything is on the internet. They don't have money. Same with China. Same with Saudi Arabia is building cities that are these mega, AI cities. And that's what, and Steven Spielberg made a movie called, Player One. I mean, all of this stuff is pre-programmed. It's scripted. It's going after the individual, free-willed soul's ability to ascend. Now, that's why I'm doing these, right? I, died in 2014 in a plate of spaghetti after working for 10 years for the desperate corporate lawyers. I went back home and I said, oh, good, I'm dead. I can relax. Oh, no, you got to keep going. Go on back down. You haven't finished yet. So I had to give up on the hedonist life.